everyone, it's Ashley and today I'm going to be bringing you a currently watching video. So for those of you who don't know what these are, it's essentially just me telling you all of the things that I either recently watched or am currently watching on TV and potentially movies. I didn't include movies in my last video, but if you want to see movies, comment down below and let me know. I actually watch a lot of movies, so maybe I'll do like separate videos for movies. I don't know, but this is my second currently watching video, so I'm going to kind of update you guys on what I am currently watching. So in terms of shows or seasons of shows that I have finished, I watched the first season of About a Boy, which is actually available on Netflix if you guys are interested in that, and it was actually really good. It's based on the Nick Hornby book. The show actually made me want to pick up the book. I haven't bought it yet, but it's probably going to be my next adult fiction buy because I'm really excited to read the perspective of the novel because I know that it's quite different from the TV show. And I also know that there's supposed to be a movie that is based off of it as well. I'd like to watch that movie this summer, so that might happen. And that would be really cool if I read the book and watched the TV show and the movie. I could do like a crazy comparison video for you guys. But yes, I really liked the show. The actors that were cast for the roles I think did a really good job. I think the dynamics between the characters were really well done, and the character development between the characters was really well done. And it was just a really fun, spunky, half-an-hour show, and sometimes I just really need that, you know? Sometimes I just don't have time for an hour-long show. I just need a 20-minute show, and it was just a really good one. I watched the first season in like less than a week. Woo for exams being over and having real spare time. I also started watching House of Lies, which is also available on Netflix. I have currently already finished the first season, and I'm on the second season, and I am loving it. That being said, this show is not for youngins. This is definitely a mature content show. It has a lot of sexuality in it. However, there is a character, actually a like tween character, that is kind of like gender neutral. Like, they word it really well in the show actually. He's struggling with whether he thinks he is trans or not. Like, sometimes he identifies with being a male and sometimes he identifies with being a female. Sometimes he identifies with being a male who likes to dress like a female. But the father of this kid just takes it in stride. Like, he just thinks that it's it is totally okay, just to be clear. But generally speaking, there aren't a lot of TV shows that portray especially a father with a son that is going through that, where the father is just completely understanding, or at least as understanding as someone can be where they don't actually feel that themselves. Anyways, I love that. That being said, this is not a show if you are a person who cannot deal with characters who are kind of shitty. Like, all of the characters in this show, aside from the grandfather and the son, are pretty shitty people, but they have their like redeeming moments, and like, I like stuff like that, like just realistic, you know, like sometimes people are kind of shitty, but they're also nice, but they do kind of crappy things sometimes. And I personally am a really big fan of shows that do stuff like that, but I know some people are not, so fair warning. Also, Kristen Bell is in it. I love Doug. If you watch the show, by the way, I am just a sucker for an underdog in general in life. So like, I am just like hopelessly in love with Doug. I just like want him to be happy forever. It's my like goal for the show. I also started watching iZombie, which is by the creators of Veronica Mars. It's by Rob Thomas, and it is so Veronica Mars. It is like, I mean, it is its own thing. Obviously, it's its own show with its own premise, which is amazing. It's about a girl who becomes a zombie and then works in a morgue so that she can have access to brains because she doesn't want to hurt anybody. But when she eats the brains, she gets that person's memories, so she starts helping the cops solve crimes. But also, like, there's a lot of life stuff going on. But it is hilarious. It has, like, the voiceovers that Veronica Mars sometimes had. And, like, the main character is just so spunky and original. And I just, seriously, if you were a Veronica Mars fan and you can handle some zombie stuff, and I am not a horror movie person, just as a fair warning, but I can handle this show, then please watch it. It is so good. It's also based on a comic series, which I just need to obtain now, but I am loving it. It's currently only on episode 6, but like, it is just, it's really good. It's a CW show, by the way. I'm also still watching Grey's Anatomy. That should actually be finishing in the next few weeks, but it's one of the only shows. That and iZombie are actually the only two shows that are currently like on television every single week that I am actually following. I also recently just watched Daredevil on Netflix. Obviously there's only one season, but Netflix released the whole season at once because Netflix is amazing, and I binge watched the whole thing. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that because I've been tweeting about I tweeted about binge watching it as I was watching it, and it was amazing. I can't even tell you more than that because that just encompasses all of it. The fight scenes were great, the character development was great, the plot was great, the villain was great, Daredevil was portrayed great. I don't know how else to, I realize I'm not using like my brain thesaurus and developing different words, but like the show was really, really good. It was executed very well. I'm so happy with the way that Marvel and Netflix like executed that show. It was so good. If you haven't watched it, please do. And lastly, I am finally watching the 10th season of Smallville. I am currently about a quarter of the way through and I am loving it in a like corny, cheesy, I love Smallville way. Like, I mean, like, you can't compare Smallville to like Arrow on TV right now because it's different, like literally different decades that they were created in, but it's just, I love it. I love it in its own right. It's so good. That being said, no spoilers, but there's some stuff that's happening in this season with some characters I love that's just making me really mad. But other than that, it's really, really good. I'm trying really hard to like not watch all that much at once because I want it to last. Like I really want the show to like last me because like I could probably watch the entire season in the next 24 hours, but then I'd be sad that I didn't have any more Smallville to watch. So I'm trying really hard, guys. It's actually proving to be quite difficult because I just want to know what happens and I want to know now. Okay, so those are all of the things that I am either currently watching or was currently watching in the last few weeks. I hope that you guys enjoy these kind of videos. I try to make my currently watching videos very like chatty, like I'm just kind of like having a conversation with you versus kind of like scripted. I actually try to make all my videos that way, which is why they sometimes turn out to be a little bit weird. But I hope that you guys enjoy this kind of thing, and if you want to hear about the movies that I'm watching or movies I have watched in the last few weeks, comment down below and maybe I will do a currently watching movies edition for you guys. And otherwise, I will see you guys soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye!